welcome. You're watching the news. I'm Gargi Rawat. Coming up ahead, the big story today, Trinamool leader Mahua Moitra was expelled from the Lok Sabha amid high drama. We'll get to all those details, all the reactions. Also, NDTV Profit is back in business. Let's take a look at the headlines at this hour. Trinamool leader Mahua Moitra expelled from the Lok Sabha after the Ethics Committee report into the cash for query charges claimed serious misdemeanors and called for severe punishment. She was also not allowed to speak in her defense despite demands from the opposition. On the steps of Parliament, surrounded by opposition leaders, Mahua Moitra accuses the BJP of weaponizing parliamentary panels against the opposition and conducting a witch hunt. Mamata Banerjee also hits out, says the BJP is killing democracy. The new Telengana Chief Minister hits the ground running. Revanth Reddy holds a Praja Darbar, also plans to implement the first two of the Congress guarantees tomorrow on Sonia Gandhi's birthday. Zoram People's Movement Chief Lal Dahoma today took oath as the new Chief Minister of Mizoram. He's the first non-Congress, non-Mizo National Front leader to hold the post. The IT department conducts raids across 3 states. Premises connected to a Congress MP reveal huge stashes of cash, so much so that note counting machines break down. The BJP hits out, says Congress and corruption go hand in hand. NDTV Profit is back in business in a whole new avatar, a star-studded relaunch today.
Let me congratulate you. I think it's a tremendous initiative.
I'm delighted to join at the launch of new NDTV Profit.
NDTV Profit का relaunch है. ये पूरा launch, please trust me, 2 महीने के अंदर हमने तैयारी की है.
Well, our top story now, Trinamool leader Mahua Moitra expelled from the Lok Sabha amidst high drama. This after the Ethics Committee report into the cash for query charges was tabled in the House. Now, Moitra was accused of taking bribes, including 2 crore in cash and luxury gift items from businessman Darshan Hiranandani in exchange for asking questions critical of the Modi government. Also surrendering her login credentials to a parliamentary website for posting questions in the House. But the Congress party in the Lok Sabha argued that 2 to 3 days should be given for the members to go through the lengthy 500-page Ethics Committee report. The Trinamool Congress repeatedly asked that Mahua Moitra be allowed to speak in her defense. However, this was not allowed after a tempestuous discussion and voice vote. The Speaker said the House accepts the conclusions of the committee, so it is not appropriate for her to continue as a member of Parliament. But by then, the opposition had walked out. Mahua Moitra, then surrounded by opposition MPs and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi right next to her, finally read out her statement outside where she said the parliamentary panel was weaponized against the opposition.
संसदीय कार्य मंत्री श्री प्रहलाद जोशी जी के प्रस्ताव को सदन में मतदान के लिए रखता हूं। प्रश्न है कि यह सभा डॉक्टर निशिकांत दुबे सांसद द्वारा संसद सदस्य श्रीमती महुआ मोत्रा के विरुद्ध सदन में प्रश्न पूछने के बदले नकदी में प्रत्यक्ष संलिप्तता के संबंध में दिनांक 15 अक्टूबर 2023 को दी गई शिकायत पर आचार संहिता की पहली रिपोर्ट पर विचार के उपरांत समिति के निष्कर्षों को स्वीकार करती है कि सांसद श्रीमती महुआ मोइत्रा का आचरण अनैतिक और संसद सदस्य के रूप में अशोभनीय है और इस कारण उनको लोकसभा सदस्य बने रहना उपयुक्त नहीं होगा। इसलिए संकल्प करती है कि उन्हें लोकसभा की सदस्यता से निष्कासित कर दिया जाए। जो सदस्य इस प्रस्ताव के पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो विरोध में ना कहें, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष हुआ, प्रस्ताव स्वीकृत हुआ।
This Lok Sabha has also seen the weaponization of a parliamentary committee. Ironically, the Ethics Committee, which was set up to serve as a moral compass for members. Instead, it has been abused egregiously today to do exactly what it was never meant to do, which is to bulldoze the opposition and become another weapon to torpedo us into submission. The findings are based solely on the written testimonies of 2 private citizens whose versions contradict each other in material terms, none of whom I was allowed to cross-examine.
All right, so a lot of support by the opposition for Mahua Moitra. Also, her party chief, Mamata Banerjee, spoke out strongly in her favour.
Today, I am really sad to see the attitude of the BJP party. I don't understand. 575 or 557 pages, 495 pages report. Sorry, এটা বাংলাতেও correction একটু করে দেবেন. 495 pages report just submitted today of ethics in the name of so-called BJP majority. 90% in the parliament they lay the report, and after that they gave half an hour time to all the party, including BJP, to discuss the matter and to expel Mahua Moitra. I don't understand how the members will go through 495 pages within this half an hour, and how all the speakers will take a decision.
And let's take a look now at what was said in the House.
फिर से 406 पेजेस है, तो आप ये कहिए कि कोई मनुष्यों की इतना क्षमता है कि इतना जल्दबाजी में सारे पेपर पढ़ ले और उसके अंदर कोई गलतियां है, कोई उस बारीकी से जानकारी लेने में वो कोई कामयाब हो सकते हैं? अब बताइए।
जो एथिक्स कमेटी है वो ये तो सिफारिश कर सकती है कि कोई व्यक्ति गुनाहगार है या बेगुनाह है, पर एथिक्स कमेटी ये सिफारिश नहीं कर सकती कि उसको दंड क्या दिया जाना चाहिए। मिस्टर स्पीकर सर, 105(2) was inserted into the constitution in order to give complete immunity. I stress the word complete immunity to a member for anything said or done in the house.
हमारे विरोधी पार्टी के साथियों ने कहा कि एक ही दिन में रिपोर्ट लाए, एक ही दिन में आप चर्चा लाए, तो उन्हें मैं याद करवा दूं 2005 में सेम डे रिपोर्ट उनकी सरकार थी, सेम डे रिपोर्ट आया था और 10 सांसदों को सेम डे इन्होंने निकाला था। तो जो हमें सवाल पूछ रहे हैं उन्होंने यही 2005 में किया था।
Fair trial only would be there when an affected person is being heard. If an affected person is not heard, there cannot be any fair trial. There cannot be any fair trial. Mahua Moitra she was having a right to cross-examine each and every 3 persons. That has not been allowed.
मैं निश्चित तौर पर बोलना चाहूंगी कि सर 3 बैठकें हुई और इन 3 बैठकों में इन्हें समुचित समय दिया गया, बोलने का अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ बीइंग हर्ड दिया गया, लेकिन सर इन्होंने बदतमीजी की, इन्होंने असंवैधानिक शब्दों का प्रयोग किया, वॉकआउट कर गई।
All right, let's go across to Vasudha now for more on this story. And Vasudha, very serious charges against Mahua Moitra, and now she's been, as expected, expelled from Parliament. But it's also turned out to be a rallying point for the opposition.
Of course, Gargi, you know, I was in the Parliament today and there was this general expectation that the Ethics Committee was anyway going to bring this report. This expulsion was anyway going to happen. But clearly, you know, the way the opposition supported it was a show of, a strong show of solidarity, I would say. But I also think that it's more about optics because like Mamata Banerjee also took her own time to come and speak about her MP. I think the opposition is also, you know, making a point there. But at the same time, I'm not really sure how long term this is going to be because, you know, if you look at BJP's politics also, it is centered around corruption, and Prime Minister has been speaking about how, you know, former governments have been exploiting the aspirations of the common man, and you see BJP winning state after state. So clearly, even from the practical point of view, and this is from my conversations from different MPs, there is a certain sense of apprehension. Of course, there is a show of solidarity, a collective show of solidarity, but when it comes to a long-term support, I don't think, you know, Mahua Moitra will have it easy. And of course, from Monday, she remains an ex-MP. So clearly the CBI is already looking into this matter. And what I hear from my sources is that CBI has intensified its inquiry into this matter. So clearly from Darshan Hiranandani to Jayat Anand Dehadrai to Nishikant Dubey, a lot of stakeholders here will be soon, inquired, talked about, talked into and of course interrogated. And, there is a certain sense of probe that will get into the criminality aspect of it. Something that Ethics Committee has shied away from, clearly saying that it doesn't have the technical wherewithal to look into that aspect of it. So clearly in that aspect, this whole money trail will come about, and the Ethics Committee, the allegations raised by the Ethics Committee are very serious in nature, which include unethical conduct, the sharing of login credentials, which basically, as alleged, compromises the security of the country, and of course, illegal gratification, which hits at the core of the credibility of MPs. And this is something that, all, people from the BJP who spoke today did talk about. I thought Mr. Tiwari made a very important point there, because he did talk about how there is a certain immunity that MPs enjoy, but then we don't really know if that immunity is also available for the questions that they post on in their parliamentary logins. So clearly a lot of contradictions there, but as of now it looks like a lot of trouble for Ms. Moitra and her parliament journey, at least for now, seems to have ended. But remember, even in 2005, the 11 MPs who got suspended did have a chance to get tickets from their party. Some of them contested, but of course all of them lost. But she does have a chance, and today Mamata Banerjee has spoken about how there's nothing wrong in her being an LS MP. So clearly there is some sign of hope for Mahua Moitra there.
All right, thanks so much, Vasudha, for joining us with all those details. Moving on now to news from Telengana. The new Telengana Chief Minister Revant Reddy has hit the ground running. The Telengana government decided to implement the first two of the Congress guarantees on Saturday, which is Sonia Gandhi's birthday. That's tomorrow. And the Chief Minister also held his first Praja Darbar.
Huge queues to meet new Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy at his Praja Darbar. The metal barricades outside were removed to convert the so far fortified Chief Minister's official residence Pragati Bhavan into an open Praja Bhavan.
इस 10 साल के केसीआर पालन में पूरे सर्वनाश हो गई, इसके लिए रेवंत रेड्डी को मिलने के लिए आया।
ऑटो चलाता हूँ हैदराबाद में 30 साल से। अभी सोनिया जी के बर्थडे के दिन जो है तेलंगाना स्टेट में ऑटो फ्री कर देना चाह रहे हैं। 70% आज महिला ऑटो में बैठने वाली है। आज हम लोग अगर महिला के लिए बस फ्री कर देंगे तो फिर हमारी जिंदगी क्या होगी?
कुछ भी घर का भी नहीं हो रहा, ना हम लोग को गवर्नमेंट जॉब हो रहा कुछ भी, तो उसमें आके भी बहुत वो है, तो यहाँ पर सीएम सर के पास आए हुए हैं, हमारी मदद करिए बोल के।
Chief Minister Revant Reddy seems to have hit the road running. Hours after he took oath, he went to assume office formally at the new secretariat, and that was followed by a cabinet meeting.
On the eve of Sonia Gandhi's birthday, we'll start 2 guarantees of the 6 guarantees what we have told our people. All the guarantees in literal sense will be implemented in a time framework.
In the cabinet, they have decided that on the 9th of December itself, one is on free bus services for the women of Telangana, and the second one is increasing the limit of the Rajiv Arogya Shri to 10 lakh rupees. The second decision was to demand that there should be a white paper on the finances of Telangana from 2014 to now. Most important component in that is from the electricity department, from who they have demanded that there should be an explanation about why the debts have risen to over 80,000 crore rupees.
Friday evening, the Chief Minister left for Delhi to finalize portfolios for his ministers. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Mizoram People's Movement leader Lal Duhoma was sworn in as the new Chief Minister of Mizoram, the first leader not belonging to either the Mizo National Front or the Congress to hold this post. Several other ZPM leaders also took oath.
And integrity of India. Do solemnly affirm that I will bear true faith and allegiance, will uphold.
It has been a decades-long wait for 74-year-old Lal Duhoma to take over the CM's job.
Discharge my duties as a Chief Minister for the state of Mizoram. And
the former IPS officer, who was in charge of security for then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, has managed to break the pattern of binary politics in Mizoram. And his 6-year-old party, the Zoram's People's Movement, has defeated both the Mizo National Front and the Congress. Today, he took oath as the CM, along with 11 other ministers, including 7 cabinet and 4 other ministers. With 7 first-timers, Laldu Homa has kept key departments like finance with him and made his deputy leader Sabdanga the Home Minister. Lalrin Pui, another first-timer, is the lone woman in the cabinet.
Salary le pension akalangaya. Abang ni tebem tamai. So tiang suan ye bangin RBI point. And sarkar se warning aron petahiala. Tuna kan roadsum turahi budget ning noi mai aniboxia. So bangsuan financial year thar lo seng Turkey year of consolidation. In Somena kumatan kan mang dona kum khat isu mipuin.
So what are the challenges he faces? Mizoram is the 3rd literate state, but unemployment is higher than national average. Mizoram faces huge debts, dilapidated government schools, poor health infrastructure. The landlocked state also has poor road infrastructure, dependence on center for fiscal needs, and the refugees from Myanmar and Bangladesh are the issues that the government has to address. Laldu Homa has struggled hard in his political career, and today his political rivals, former Congress Chief Minister Lalthan Haula and MNF's 3-time Chief Minister Zoram Thanga, were present to celebrate his victory and wish him luck for the people's government that ZPM has promised Mizoram. In Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
Now, IT raids that took place across 3 states of Jharkhand, Odisha, Bengal, where a huge amount of cash was recovered, so far over 200 crore. In fact, the volume of cash was so much that large note counting machines actually broke down. And these cash raids, these raids, in fact, are being linked to the Congress's Rajya Sabha MP from Jharkhand, Dheeraj Prasad Sahu. Let's first listen in to what the BJP said, where they accused the Congress of corruption.
Congress ne तिजोरियों में छपाई और ये छिपाई और छपाई मेरा सीधा सवाल किसी और से नहीं माननीय राहुल गांधी जी और सोनिया गांधी जी है। आखिर कांग्रेस ने कहां-कहां काली कमाई और कहां-कहां नोट की छपाई ये कर रखी है। मेरा निवेदन ये रहेगा कि आप देश को बताएं कि ये सारे के सारे तार कांग्रेस के साथ ही क्यों जुड़ते हैं। एक के बाद दूसरे कांग्रेस के नेता का नाम घोटालों में और करप्शन के मामलों में आता है।
Well, let's go across to Saurabh for more. Saurabh, give us more details about these IT raids.
Well, these raids seem to have taken place in at least, 3 places connected to this distillery group, and that is of course something that the IT department has confirmed, though there's no official statement from the IT department yet. What we understand is that the officials said that the cash that they've been counting amounted to over 3 crore. Now, of course, a detailed release on the raids is expected once the raids are over. Cash counting machines had to be brought in, and what we are being given to understand that, the cash was stashed in almirahs and was recovered from the premises of this distillery group in Balangir district of Odisha and other locations such as Sambalpur, Sundargarh, and also locations in West Bengal and neighboring Jharkhand. Now, what we also know is that, this is of course something that the Prime Minister also has pointed out in a tweet, but the gentleman that we're talking about with whose connections these raids have been made is not commented on it so far.
Right.
Though sources say that the income tax department acted on a huge amount of cash information that they received, and that's how these raids started.
All right. Thanks so much, Saurabh, for joining us with those details.
Different people believe in different things. In cricket, some hail the king, some believe in God. Some wait for Mr. Right, some believe in swiping right. Some run away from risk, others run after it. For some, kids mean babies. For others, kids mean puppies. Some want a home to settle in the future. Some want to roam the world today. Some make a career in a company. Some make a career out of building companies. But when it comes to money, everybody believes in only one thing. Profit, profit, profit. And for profit, watch only NDTV Profit. We all love money.
And NDTV Profit was relaunched today in a new avatar. It's accessible now across TV and digital platforms, your one-stop destination for all the economic highlights.
जितने मीडिया ब्रांड्स हैं उनमें सबसे ज्यादा बेस्ट नोन और विजिबल ब्रांड ग्लोबली कोई है तो वो एनडीटीवी ही है। तो ये बड़ा अच्छा इत्तेफाक हुआ कि एक बहुत ही ट्रस्टेड एसेट हमको मिला और अब हम उसको रिवैम्प करके रीलॉन्च कर रहे हैं। तो एनडीटीवी जनरल न्यूज़ हिंदी इंग्लिश के अलावा मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़ और राजस्थान 2 रीजनल चैनल लॉन्च किए। अब ये एनडीटीवी प्रॉफिट का रीलॉन्च है।
आई एम डिलाइटेड टू जॉइन एट द लॉन्च ऑफ न्यू एनडीटीवी प्रॉफिट। द थीम इंडिया अनलिमिटेड is a very apt one for the present times. India is a bright spot amongst the global economy. We are still growing at 6.5% and hoping to up this growth factor by a variety of measures that are being taken by all stakeholders led by the government. Digital business in particular has seen a rapid rise in our country. In fact, it's becoming a global example across to see how a country, a nation, size of India with a population of nearly 1.5 billion people can move their agenda and economy and accelerate the same by the intervention of digital economy.
You should be the catalyst in the process of converting a nation of savers into a nation of investors.
Investor awareness बढ़े और financial literacy बढ़े क्योंकि जो देश को विकास करना है उसके लिए awareness भी जरूरी है, literacy भी जरूरी है और पेशेंस जरूरी है। आज जो 2020 के ज़माने में सुबह खरीद के शाम को बेचने को आज हम इन्वेस्टमेंट कहने लगे हैं, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि आपको एटलीस्ट सभी टीवी चैनल को एक दरख्वास्त है आपसे खास, क्योंकि आपके पीछे प्रॉफिट भी नाम जुड़ा हुआ है। तो आप प्रॉफिट का मतलब ये है थोड़ा पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा, 3, 5, 10 साल की अवधि के लिए निवेश करना सिखाइए, तो मुझे लग रहा है कि भारत का भी विकास होगा और जो आप धन संचय कर रहे हैं, निवेश कर रहे हैं, उसका भी वृद्धि होगी।
All right, so NDTV Profit back in business. With that, it's a wrap from me. News updates continue on NDTV. Do keep watching.